Welcome, WolfTheWolfettes! We are back with another video about the Crash Bandicoot Sane Trilogy. And what we're going to be talking about today is Activision, or Vicarious Visions, one of those guys, have released 4 brand new screenshots from the Crash Bandicoot Sane Trilogy. Now so far, the only screenshots that we've really seen about Crash Bandicoot are from Crash Bandicoot 1. We haven't seen any screenshots from Crash Bandicoot 2 or Crash Bandicoot 3. But today, Activision has released a couple of new screenshots and all 4 of them are from Crash Bandicoot 2. So we're going to get our first look at the Crash Bandicoot 2 remake. So I thought what we'd do is we'd have a look at these 4 new screenshots. Now before we get into it, as you probably know if you watched my other video about Crash Bandicoot Sane Trilogy, I'm probably going to click on these screenshots and then I'm going to talk for an insane amount of time because I get a little bit overexcited because my love for Crash Bandicoot is on an unhealthy level, right? So, yeah, if you want to just click through and look at the screenshots, you're welcome to. But I'm going to talk too much, because I always do. I'll try my best not to, but I can't guarantee it, because I get way too excited about video games. There's something wrong with me. I reckon I'm going to one day get put in a mental asylum for, like, gaming addiction or whatever. Now, the first screenshot that Activision have released is this screenshot right here, showing off the legendary Polar and the legendary Crash Bandicoot. Now, if you never played Crash Bandicoot 2, Polar is pretty much the equivalent of the hog in Crash Bandicoot 1. You have to ride on Polar's back through 2 levels in this game, and as you ride through the levels, you're going to be running really, really fast, and you have to dodge obstacles like random polar bear totem poles, you have to dodge killer wows, you have to dodge frozen lakes and stuff like that, and make sure you collect a crystal. Because I remember these levels being proper agony when I was a kid, because there is one section in one of these polar bear levels where there are 4 boxes and they are placed very close to each other on a sheet of ice. Now when the polar bear runs on a sheet of ice, he starts sliding everywhere. So trying to get these 4 boxes in a row, I could never ever do it. I would foul for hours. I'm telling you, WolfTheWolfettes, I was a right noob. But yeah, looking at this picture, it looks like they've changed the polar bear a little bit. It looks like they've made him a little bit more dirty. Because in Crash Bandicoot 2, he was pretty much a pure white. Now they've made him a little bit more dirty. They've added a few shadows to him. He's looking a little bit more realistic. He's looking very, very fuzzy as well. I mean, look how fluffy that bear is. Don't you want to stroke him? I want to hug that bear right now. There is a pretty cruel thing you can do in Crash Bandicoot 2. I'm not sure if they're going to add this to Crash Bandicoot 2 Remake. But in the original Crash Bandicoot 2, you would see Polar sitting in the warp room, not moving. And if you went up to him and you jumped on his head, like, I think it was like 30 times or something. If you jumped on his head a bunch of times, you would get yourself, I think, like 15 healths. Just 15 random healths that you could use in the game. It was pretty much animal cruelty, but it was so worth it. Oh dear. I think there's even another level later on in the game where Polar is helping you escape from a giant polar bear. It's pretty much like a boulder dash level, but instead of running from a boulder, you're running from a massive angry polar bear, and then little polar bear over here helps you. But yeah, this is the first screenshot. Now the second screenshot that Activision have released is this brilliant screenshot right here, showing Crash Bandicoot's absolutely sexy face. I mean, look how sexy that face is right there. But yeah, there's not really much to talk about in this screenshot except that mine right there. If you look in front of Crash Bandicoot, that mine right there, if I'm remembering correctly, if you step on those mines, they explode, they send you flying up in the air, and it really slows you down. And there's normally a few of these mines in a row. So if you step on one, you're probably going to get blown up in the air, hit another mine, get blown up in the air again. So yeah, don't step on these mines if you play the game, because they will slow you down so much that there is a big chance that you're going to get squashed by that boulder. And nobody wants to get squashed by a boulder. Now the second screenshot released by Activision is this one right here. Now I'll tell you, WolfTheWolfettes, there is no level in Crash Bandicoot 2 that I know more than this level right here. When I was a kid and I first played Crash Bandicoot, I got through, I think, the first warp room perfectly. And then the second warp room, I think it might be, or the third warp room, there is a level. I think it might be called the Road to Ruin. I don't know. Any of you Crash Bandicoot fans will know the level I'm talking about. But there is an enemy in this game, right? And this enemy, it looks like a walking sunflower. I don't know what it is. It looks like a lizard or a sunflower. I don't know. I can't explain it. Pretty much, it's green and it's got this like yellow thing on its neck. And if I remember correctly, the only way you could kill these enemies was by skidding and sliding at their feet. And that was the only way you could kill them. Now, when I played Crash Bandicoot 2, because I'd played Crash Bandicoot 1, and you couldn't skid in Crash Bandicoot 1, I had no idea that you could skid in Crash Bandicoot 2. And I must have spent, I reckon it must have been about 3-4 months trying to do this level. I could never get through it because I didn't know you could skid. And if you tried walking around these yellow sunflower enemies, they would kill you. I don't know. I don't know if I'm thinking of the right level. It might be this level, but I remember it being such a pain in the arse. It looks like, I don't know, it looks like there's some sort of chameleon in the background in it. Unless that's the enemy I'm talking about and they've got rid of its like yellow neck. That might just be a lizard, because I think there's like random lizards in this level as well. I don't know, it might be what I'm talking about. I'm getting a little bit confused. But yeah, look how beautiful that's looking. We've got some spectacular fire going on, because those things over there in the background, they sort of rotate left and right and they blow fire on you. So if you step in it, you can end up dead. I don't know, I'm starting to think that that green thing there might be the thing I'm talking about. Because I remember them having like a yellow thing around their neck, but that might just be a different enemy. But anyway, if you guys have played Crash Bandicoot 2, you'll know what I'm talking about. And the last screenshot released by Activision is this brilliant one right here, showing off the Komodo Joe Brothers. Now, this is the second boss I think you face when you're playing Crash Bandicoot. I think the first boss might be Ripperoo, and the second boss is the Komodo Joe Brothers in Crash Bandicoot 2. And those Komodo Joe Brothers are looking absolutely brilliant. I mean, look at the... When you think about how it looked on PlayStation 1, seeing how they look now, I mean, everybody in Crash Bandicoot 1, 2 and 3, they sort of had like a square look to them, didn't they? They looked a little bit... They didn't really look too smooth because it was the PlayStation 1 days, you know? But looking at them now with their proper character models, seeing how fluffy Crash Bandicoot is, it's absolutely beautiful. Okay, I'm going to end the video now, WolfTheWolfettes, because I have spoken for way too long. I do apologise about speaking too long in these videos. I just get way too excited, you know. I think about all of the memories I've had from Crash Bandicoot when I was a kid. I love Crash Bandicoot, you know. It's just fun to talk about it. And I like seeing you guys comment as well. So if you're excited for Crash Bandicoot and you want to have a nice chat with somebody about Crash Bandicoot, feel free to leave me a comment, because I will chat with you all day about Crash Bandicoot and I will not get bored. So if you're hyped, leave me a comment below and let me know what you think of these Crash Bandicoot 2 screenshots. Hopefully we get like a new trailer soon showing off some of the Crash Bandicoot 2 gameplay, or maybe soon they'll release a couple of screenshots from Crash Bandicoot 3. But anyway, thanks for watching, WolfTheWolfettes. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Sorry for talking too much. Like, share and join a pack today.